You like my haircut?
Yeah.
Okay, so I told Madeline the story before we came here. Actually, before we get into that, this is like our third time coming up here today because I keep on forgetting the supplies, you know?
Yeah, we forgot memory cards, we forgot other stuff. And
yeah, I forgot the SSD for this thing so we could record. And then I also forgot the memory card to record the audio.
Well, he left one time, came back, and we're about to get started. And I was like, put the microphone in front of our face. And he went over there and he was like,
crap.
Oh my gosh. But it worked out because we went and got some food. I needed to eat really bad. So.
It was yummy.
Yeah.
We got McDonald's. Okay, yeah. Anyways, you like my haircut?
I do.
Awesome. Thank you. It's really embarrassing. So I got to give a little backstory first. I've been doing no shampoo for like a month.
Yeah.
It's going pretty good. I like how my hair feels, except after I get out of the shower. It feels so bad once I get out of the shower. But my hair feels healthier. And it just, I don't know. The first 4 days sucked, honestly. And I know I'm probably going to get criticism like, ew, Steven doesn't wash his hair. That's not true.
He does wash his hair.
I take a shower every day. It's just, I don't use shampoo because it strips my natural oils. It sounds like a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
If you don't use shampoo.
Before you keep going, did you by chance turn up our microphones?
Yes.
Okay, because last time you said something about that.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Sorry, guys.
That's all right. Yeah, so anyways, so last night after I took a shower, I brushed my hair all the way down, like flat down, and it dried like that, and I totally forgot.
Was that last night when I told you to put your hair
yes.
I told Steven to part his hair.
Like right in the middle.
Yeah, and let it dry like that, and it was really funny.
I let it like air dry for like an hour, and then I like started messing it up, and I pushed over to the side, and it immediately fell back over on the one side, so it like stayed in the middle part. It was not fitting me. But anyways, I went and got a haircut today, and the lady was like, well, I told her, I was like, yeah, my hair's like falling down and everything. And she goes, so like, what kind of product are you using? I was like, nothing. I'm doing no shampoo. She goes, oh, okay. It kind of embarrassed me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because like I had to admit that I don't use any shampoo and I don't want people to think that I'm gross.
I think she could probably tell.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she's heard of that too.
Yeah.
It's like a common thing. I've heard of people doing that.
Yeah.
They say it's good for your hair. I don't know. I cannot do that. My hair gets oily within a day. The
first 4 days sucked really bad. But once you get through that, like as long as you're washing, like you get in the shower, rinse off your hair and like scrub your scalp, I think you should be all right. So if you have shorter hair, if you're a short-haired individual, you should try it.
Yeah. I touch my hair too much too. Like I feel like
I have that problem.
When you touch your hair, it adds oil to your hair.
I have that problem because I'm always there, like trying to fix it or whatever. What are we doing today? Oh yeah, I know what we're doing today. Yeah. You can go ahead and say it.
Well, we are talking about red flags in a relationship, and we just found some articles online, and we're going to kind of read them off and kind of give our opinion on it if we think it is a red flag or not. Steven had this idea because a lot of people, when we would do YouTube videos and talk about our Live 360, it's a tracking app to know where we're at, to see our location. A lot of people like took that as we had trust issues, and that is not the case at all. No. So Steven was like, I want to talk about that. And then I was like, how could we incorporate that into a podcast,
a full episode?
Yeah, because I mean, it doesn't really we can't just talk about that for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So we decided to do red flags and kind of see if we agree with some of these like top red flags.
Yeah.
Because some people's red flags may not be the same.
Yeah.
Depending on the person
Everybody's
and situation.
Different, and maybe you guys can handle some of these better than what we do. But I do want to talk about the location thing because everybody's gonna be like, I don't get it. Why do you guys share your location if you don't have any trust issues? We look at it from like a safety standpoint. Like right now we are a 1-car household, and if Madeline's out doing something, I want to know where she's at. I want to make sure that she's okay. And so like
and it's a way of you not having to text me and say, hey, what are you doing?
Hey, are you okay? Yeah. Where are you right now? Yeah.
He can just look and see, okay, her car's moving. She's good.
Yeah.
And like say I get kidnapped or something. Boom. Steven has my location.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Done
but
and done.
vice versa too. Like I like to know where he's at, or if he said he's going to be home, I can check out on it and be like, "Hey, he's 5 minutes away. Cool, I need to be ready."
Or if I say, "Hey, yeah, I'm like 10 minutes away," and it's been an hour, she's like, "What is Steven doing?" And I'm see me at the hospital with my phone. Like that could happen.
Never happened.
Never happened. But it could.
Yeah, and so we've always just had our location shared from like the beginning of our relationship because he would drive home late at night, and I like to watch him drive home to make sure he got home okay. Or me, I would drive home late at night. Like my mom has my location. I don't care. I have nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Unless I'm trying to do a surprise for you or something. But at that point, it's not like we're religiously looking
at the location. Like
that's when it becomes a problem, is when you're like constantly checking it. But ours is more of like a safety to make sure you're there.
Yeah.
Where you're going.
Yeah.
And that you got there, so I don't have to text you and say, hey, did you make it home? I already know you made it home.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to episode 19 about sharing your location.
Yeah.
This was it.
So that was what we, I think we've explained that in a video before, but
that gets lost because we do so many. And so
yeah.
For those of you who watch this, now you guys know why we share our location.
Mm-hmm.
I did one on marriage.com, or I found one on marriage.com. It's 30 red flags in relationships you should never ignore. And guess what number 1 is?
Location.
No.
What?
Communication, poor communication. And we always say communication is key.
Yes.
Always, 100% of the time. Like that is like my number 1 thing is like
you need to be able to talk to the person. I mean, if you're going to live the rest of your life with them, can you imagine talking to a brick wall or having nothing in common? Yeah.
I wrote down something. I kind of wrote down a lot. I said, this could be when your partner doesn't talk to you about their feelings or doesn't listen to you. Oh my gosh. I got this. I can read. I can read this episode, I promise. This could be when your partner doesn't talk to you about their feelings or listen to you when you talk about your feelings. Look out for the way they listen. Do they actually look at you when you're talking to them? Do they like what I'm saying there is like, whenever I'm talking to you, you're talking to me. Like, are you actively looking at me and processing what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I also am really good at that, where like I act like I'm listening and I'm like,
I am too.
Yeah, you actually talk about that, how your ADHD, you like zone out, but I still feel like, but I see what you're going with it. I do see what you're talking about.
I also said, you also want to be with somebody who can be mature while having a conversation. You don't want somebody who doesn't take you seriously. This means they wait their turn to speak in an argument and actually listen to you. So like,
sorry,
if I'm, it's okay. I was like, what are you doing? But like, if we're arguing back and forth and you're just like, I don't even want or you just like interrupt me over, like, give me my turn to talk and then I'll give you your turn to talk. It shouldn't be like a screaming match back and forth. And that happens sometimes, but it shouldn't be all the time. It's like, that should hardly be an occurrence.
Yeah.
I don't think it should, because I think everybody should work on that. But yeah.
You don't have to automatically write the person off. I mean, people can change in that aspect and can learn.
I did.
That could be the way that their family was growing up. That's just how their family handled conflict. And they're just accustomed to that. So there is a working room on it. I wouldn't just completely be like, oh, red flag, bye.
Yeah.
But communication.
You have to be mature too and think about that kind of stuff and kind of just... Yeah,
but if you have talked to them and they're not willing to take the effort to work on it, then that's when it's like, okay, well, do you even care about this relationship?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You said yours was kind of funny.
Well, not funny, but I have a different website. So this one says they describe all their exes as crazy, which I think is pretty good, because like, what if they're the crazy one?
Yeah.
They're the one that was actually the problem in the relationship. I feel like I have a pretty good like background with my exes. I mean,
you guys
some
aren't
of them,
on like the horrible terms, like
yeah, like some of them did some stupid stuff, but like wouldn't say that they were crazy.
I guess that one's mostly like for the guys where they're like, yeah, dude, my ex-girlfriend, oh, she was so crazy. Like, but she probably has had feelings and you're the one that was in the wrong, most likely.
Yeah. And she had a reason.
She had a reason
be crazy.
to be so quote unquote crazy.
Exactly. I mean, some guys I feel like could be crazy too. I don't know what they say about it. They say some relationships end so badly that they're still sour about their ex years down the line. If your new partner spews at any and all of their crazy former lovers every chance they get, it's a good clue that they are the problem.
Yeah.
When your new partner can't identify some ways that they caused some of their past breakups, that is a reason to use extreme caution. So like not taking any fault. They think that they were always right, which I kind of agree with.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I actually have one about exes as well that I saw on the marriage website.
Mm-hmm.
It says that they constantly talk about their ex. I constantly talk about it. And I said, this one is pretty self-explanatory. This doesn't mean that they can never talk about their ex. Like you're allowed to talk about the past, but it does put you in the back. It puts in the back of your mind, they're still thinking about their ex.
Mm-hmm.
Like that person is on their mind all the time. So it's like, oh yeah, whenever my ex did this, blah, 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 blah. Like,
I understand it like when it's first fresh because that was their life for so long.
Yeah.
But if it was 5 years into our relationship and I'm still talking about so-and-so.
I would get so tired of that.
Yeah. I did. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, at the beginning, first off, I wouldn't really talk about your exes if you're trying a new relationship. But I mean, it's going to come up. It was your life. And that, like, it's kind of like our job. Like, I know some people don't want to hear about it, but that's literally our life.
Yeah.
Like, what else are we supposed to talk about?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
And I could see that being a red flag if it's like 5 years down the line and they're still talking about that person. It's like, come on, dude. Like, it's over.
Yeah.
Come on, girl. It's over.
Yeah.
Like, it's us now. Like, it shouldn't be about them.
Past is in the past, dude.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Okay, so the next one I have is they're rude to people in the service industry.
That is like my biggest pet peeve in the entire world. I hate it.
I cannot stand being around people who are rude to servers.
It makes me feel like I don't want to be associated with that.
I feel like whenever I'm out with those type of people, I'm like overly compensating for them.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. Like, oh, it's okay. No, it's all right.
Yeah, I can't. It's so bad. I hate going out with these people and I can't. I literally cannot.
And their arguments are always like, oh, well, it's their job to do that.
It's their job, but
they're
like
human.
Also it's their job, your job to be nice.
Yeah.
And understand, oh, they have 14 other tables. They can't be hand
You are
and
not
feet for
the
us.
only person eating at this restaurant right now.
Yeah.
Like,
drives me nuts. You can
out.
tell the people who have never worked in the service industry.
It is like, it blows my mind.
Even like cashiers too, though. Like, is that considered a service industry? Like, I'm thinking more of like food.
That's what I was
but
too.
Like even at like cashiers and stuff, like if you're rude, I can't.
Yeah.
I literally cannot be with you.
That's
I agree number
with that.
one at the top of like my turn offs. Like if the person's rude, I can't.
You got it. Like
even about friendships too. Like I can't be friends with you.
Yeah, it was.
Be kind to
literally.
Everyone.
This one is a no-brainer. A compulsive liar. If you don't want to be known for the person like that's with a liar, you know what I mean? It says relationship red flags for guys and girls include when someone is dishonest. If they are not honest with themselves, don't expect them to be honest with you. Because like that could just that leads to like what is the truth? Like, do you actually love me? Like if you're lying about all this stuff, like what else could you be lying about?
Yeah.
Like it kind of, I don't know, it kind of sticks at the back of your brain. Like why, like also, why do people lie about so much stuff? I don't get it.
Yeah, I understand like little white lies. Like if you're trying to make a surprise for someone.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an okay lie. I mean, and eventually they'll be like, oh, that makes sense. But if you're constantly lying about like, oh, today at work, this happened. And you're like, no, it didn't.
Yeah. But my favorite thing is like whenever it's like at a group like whenever you're in a group.
Oh, yeah.
And then somebody lies about something and then you call their ass out on it or somebody else calls them out.
Yeah.
And it's just, you could feel the awkward tension. That's great. Didn't that happen with somebody? That happened to, we were in a group one time. I obviously can't say it.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
about.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's happened in multiple times. And I love that. It's like,
it was really funny. But I don't think we should like embarrass people for that. But at the same time, they need to be called out because it's like,
they're
stop
gonna
doing
keep on doing it. And like they're gonna feel that embarrassment and then hopefully stop. But yeah, that was, don't date a compulsive liar. Most of these are obviously like duh. But
we also have to point out the obvious ones, you know?
Yeah, because some people might not think. And if you honestly go look up red flag list, be like, what could my significant other be doing that I can break up with him for?
And I feel like a lot of times, like you kind of in the beginning stages, you look past the red flags. You think, oh, it's kind of a pink flag. It's not really that bad.
Yeah.
Or you just don't see it at all because you're
blinded by love.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe now would be like a good time to like reflect and be like, do they do these kind of things? And some of these may not affect you. Some of them may not make you mad.
Like the location thing, like if you are totally trustworthy, like obviously we are trustworthy, but we
use it for a safety thing.
Yeah. But if you're like, I don't want to share my location, he doesn't have to share his location. Do whatever you want. Like it's your relationship. You can do whatever. We're not judging, obviously. Like do whatever. I also have one that says, no one likes this person for you. That's another red flag. As if you are head over heels for this person, but everybody else is like
your family and friends.
They're not good for you.
I don't know.
It depends. That's like a 50-50 one.
I mean, your mom most likely knows best. I think that's like the saying.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like some people don't know the person the way that you do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that one's kind of touchy, but I could also see how, because like I have some people in my life that I'm like, really?
Are you kidding me? You're doing that again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was also in that boat going back and forth,
back
and forth. So I understand. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like my family loved you from the beginning, so maybe they did know.
Yeah.
My other ones, they were kind of like, questionable. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of agree with that one, but at the same time, it just really, I think, depends.
It just depends on the situation.
Yeah.
But you have one?
Yes. Okay. The next one that I have is they push your physical boundaries, even in innocent ways. So this says, does your partner refuse to stop tickling you when you tell them to knock it off? Do they continue to touch you in seemingly innocent ways, like hugs, shoulder rubs, or even repeatedly poking you in the arm like a sibling when you ask for personal space? So I guess this could be like, they're saying if they do it with like the innocent stuff, what's to tell you that they won't do it for like the more serious stuff further along in the relationship, the like more you get accustomed to them. But I do see like a playful side. You have to know their personality.
Yeah.
Because that just might be how they show affection.
Yeah.
But you also do have to...
You have boundaries yourself, and...
You have to communicate, hey, I really do not like when you tickle me.
Yeah, you got to be stern.
Yeah. Which I know is really hard at the beginning of the relationship. But I guess that's kind of what they're trying to go for, is that like further in the relationship, it could just keep escalating.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't just completely write them off, because at the beginning, it's all fun and games, I think. I would hope.
I think
like poking you and stuff just to push your buttons.
Yeah.
I mean, there's days where I do that to you.
Yeah.
But I don't do it to you all the time.
Exactly. Like here's a good example. Like, not a good example, but I have a word search game on my phone. And let's say I'm doing my word search game. I'm like, hey, can you really, I really need help finding the word blue. And you're like, I can't find it. And you're like, ooh, I found it. And I go, where is it? I've been looking for this forever. And you're like, I'm not going to tell you. Like, please tell me. I'm not saying that you've ever done this. I'm trying to come up with examples, man.
Babe, I literally was like, where are you going? What? How does that have anything to do with boundaries and innocent?
I'm trying to think.
The whole time you were talking, I was like, what?
I was trying to make it, I was trying to convince myself that it worked in my head too.
I could see you going the other way where I'm like, oh, here it is. Oh, here this one is. Oh, here's this. And then you're like, dude, let me do it.
That's what I was trying to go for.
Yeah. Is that what you're
Yeah.
Like, I could see it that way because
that's exactly what I was just trying to say that. And we go into our next one, gaslighting.
Yeah, gaslighting.
I was trying to say that. That's what I was trying to say the whole time.
Yeah. I could see that where I'm not respecting you by you telling me like, hey, chill out. Like I'm trying to do this word search myself. Steven's been into word searches recently. So that's where his mind went.
I want to try to make my brain smart.
Yeah.
I do think I'm kind of smart, but if I have to think on top of my head, like really quick, like that was hard for me. I was trying to think of an example so bad.
Yeah.
I just want to participate.
I know, babe. I know. I mean, I think that was a good example.
We should do stand up together and you just make fun of me the entire time.
No.
No, like where I try to like be funny and you're like, no, well, like this would be funny. I do think that we could get like a crowd to laugh at me.
Babe. It's like the SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob's messing with Sandy the whole time.
Yeah.
And just
how many squirrels does it take to screw in a light bulb?
I forgot what the answer is.
Yeah, I forgot to. Yeah, I don't know.
Something, because they're so darn stupid. What is it? I don't know. What would the answer be?
We've been watching SpongeBob on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I think we're on season 2.
But then SpongeBob goes up there and makes fun of himself. So it's like, sorry, I just ruined the episode for you. Never mind. Let's take that back.
If you guys really want like a nostalgia like feeling, go on Amazon Prime and watch the first 2 seasons of SpongeBob.
It's gnarly. I'm like, how do I remember this?
It's weird.
There's like scenes that I vividly remember.
I remember whenever SpongeBob was on Netflix and I rewatched it whenever I was like in middle school. I was like, wow, this is like weird. And
I don't think I watched it.
I was a SpongeBob fanboy.
Were you?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that was my example.
Why am I yawning? I took a nap. I know. I need to wake up.
Here's one. Drug addiction. This is...
I would say drug and alcohol addiction, like together.
That was another one, alcohol addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you have alcoholism is like it's a disorder, dude. It's rough. And
alcohol can be fun. I mean, Steven and I partake every once in a while.
Yes.
I'm talking about every single
addiction.
night. Are they starting at 3 p.m. and it's all night long? Yeah. Is it hindering your relationship? Are they mean to you? That's definitely, but it is a disease, a disorder. Like it I know they're not wanting to be addicted.
Yeah.
But it just is. For the drugs, again, is it hindering your relationship?
But yeah, also is it heroin? Like
that's like a hard drug.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. But like if it's weed,
yeah.
Like come on. I mean, it's not if you're smoking weed like as soon as you wake up and it's affecting your life, like in a negative way,
and you're not getting stuff done, your partner,
that's when you need to get help. But if you're smoking weed every day and it's kind of helping you, maybe like tone it down a bit. I don't know, but I
don't know. I don't know what the answer is on that.
That one's hard because
some people can
function
with their alcohol and or drugs, whatever. But it's really about how is it affecting your relationship and their life and your life.
Everybody is different with alcohol and drugs. First of all, alcohol is like the only drug, quote unquote drug, that we put in our system and like don't even think twice about it. Or like, and if you don't do it at a party, they're like, ew, dude, why aren't you drinking? Like, are you stupid or something? But
you
like,
have to explain
like why you're not drinking.
Drink.
Yeah. But it's so normalized and there are so many bad things that come from alcohol. Mm-hmm. So many bad things.
It does hinder your mind. Your mind is altered when you're on alcohol or weed.
Yeah. But also, I don't think weed is fantastic for you. I don't think it's going to cure everything. I do think it helps because people like there are studies done with like weed and stuff. But do you need to be smoking it all day, every day? Probably not.
Yeah. And are you doing it for the fun aspect, or are you doing it for the medical?
Yeah.
But I do think that alcoholism is a problem. I know people do talk about it, but I also feel like people make jokes about it online about, oh yeah, I'm an alcoholic. Like that's not that
it's
funny.
It's not funny. Like you're kind of gonna like start ruining your life.
And some people, like first off, they die super young because of their liver. And if you're having a family, that affects your family so much.
Yeah.
If you are not a functioning alcoholic, I guess, or if you are mean when you're drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are fun when they're drinking, but sometimes
it
you don't want
get
fun.
out of hand.
You want love, and you want that person.
There needs to be.
There.
I think there should be a time, and like everybody needs sober time together. It shouldn't always be under the influence of something. There needs to be real thoughts that are not coming from substance abuse or of anything, of any kind. So like if we got drunk every single night, yeah, first of all, disgusting, could never do it. But I would want something real. I don't want something that's hindering my, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That was a hot take.
This is a good one.
Okay, yeah, I have one after you.
Okay. Another red flag is you're hesitant to introduce them to your friends. I mean, that's a pretty good tell sign that you're like, do I really want to show them to them?
Yeah. You should be comfortable with who you're with.
And excited.
Yes.
Because you're like, oh, I want them to love my person.
Yeah.
Because I love my person. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like that is definitely.
I think that's a great one.
Yeah. But it could be like, say, a person that just got out of a relationship. Y'all weren't talking before or whatever, but like everybody knows they just got out of a relationship and you're kind of like nervous to show them.
And you also don't want people to get the wrong idea too.
Yeah.
So that could be something.
It depends on, I guess, again, the situation, whether or not it is a red flag. Because I'm just trying to think of like, well, yeah, say so-and-so just got out of a relationship and it's like, should I introduce them right now? Like, I'm kind of nervous.
Do I need to wait a little bit?
Yeah. So that one I wouldn't really say is a red flag unless you were talking to the person while they were dating the other person. That's a big red flag because if they cheat on you once or if they cheat on their partner with you, they're most likely going to do it again on you. It's not a given fact, but it's very likely that they're going to do the offense again.
Yeah.
So there's another red flag for you.
Yeah. Being unhappy about your success. Especially if it's a guy that's unhappy about your success as a woman. Mm-hmm. So like, dude, like if, let's say we had like real jobs and stuff and you started getting paid more than me, I think that's like it's a real kick down for the guy because he's like, oh, like my wife.
To their ego.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say. It's because like, if you started making like $250,000 a year and I was making like $60,000, first of all, I'd be like, okay, yeah, Madeline's my sugar mama for sure. I am right on that. But for some guys, it's kind of like, it's rough. They're like, dude, I want to be the man of the household. I'm doing quotes if you guys are listening. Mm-hmm. But like, that's one.
Yeah. But like other successes too, like if you get promoted at your job
they're like, oh, cool.
They're like, okay, cool.
So proud
go back
of you.
to playing their video games. Yeah. Like they should, y'all should be celebrating every little milestone.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that was a good example. It's like you come home, you're so excited. You're like, hey, this happened at work today. Like, this is so awesome. And I'm just like, okay, cool.
Yeah. And they just put you down because say something good's not going on in their life.
Yeah.
And they don't want to reciprocate. I don't know. If they make you feel bad about yourself, boom, red flag.
Yeah. I need to start like simplifying these down to my brain grade level.
No, I think that's right.
Well, I know, but
we have to like talk it through, like figuring out other situations. And that's what we're talking about. Like some of these depends on the situation of what kind of successes are they bringing down.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
Yeah. I have one more.
Yeah, one more.
Well, not one more, but here's one.
Oh, okay.
Passwords. Password access.
Oh, yeah.
Madeline and I, we share each other's phone passwords. I'm not hiding anything. Hold on. Just kidding. I'm not hiding anything on my phone. I can hand her my phone any time of the day. What's good about our job is sometimes I need Madeline's phone to do stuff. Obviously, she has nothing else to hide. Mm-hmm. So I'm able to grab her phone. But if your person is hesitant to be like, oh, wait, you can. But also, if you share a phone password, don't take advantage of it. Don't get on their phone. And
don't be like, let me look at your text messages. Because you want to have that trust in a relationship.
You want to have trust. Yeah.
You need to have that trust in that relationship. Now, if they start doing shady things where you're like, maybe I should take a look at their phone, their Snapchat.
But do it in person. Don't do it behind their back. That's like the worst thing you can do. I have a little story that you know about. Whenever we first started dating, I took advantage of your trust.
What?
Remember about your diary, your notebook? I read through Madeline's notebook. Yeah. Her journal.
How did I find out? Did I notice it was like moved or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I went to the bathroom or something. Yeah, in my journal.
And I read it. And that was a really low point in my life. And I read it. And I know it's just a journal. But I really kicked myself down.
I forgot about that. Wow, babe. Are you serious?
No, yeah, I'm sorry. But I did read it, and it was wrong of me to do that.
Yeah, I think you actually admitted it really quickly because you felt so bad.
I felt horrible. I came clean.
Yeah. Don't read their diary, their journal.
If anything, ask to read it. Yeah. Be like, hey, can I go through, let's say something shady was happening. You were suspecting something of shadiness of some sort, any type of shadiness of some sort. Be like, hey, can I look through your phone? Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I also feel like, though, say it's further into the relationship and you've never had a reason to not trust the person, say all of a sudden they are acting weird and hiding their phone and stuff. They could be proposing. So you don't want to accidentally ruin across that. I feel like very early on, well, no, I guess in marriages, some guys or girls, what is it? Infidelity? Commit infidelity?
What are you talking about?
Where they,
there's one that says infidelity up here.
That's where they basically cheat on you. So in a marriage or relationship, sometimes 2 years go by.
Oh yeah, infidelity is an obvious red flag if your partner cheats on you with another person.
Yeah, so they go through where 2 years, they weren't like that at the beginning. So I don't know. But I would just trust your gut. I mean, you should kind of have an idea. They start being weird.
But most of the time, snooping gets you nowhere.
Yeah.
Unless you have obvious, a suspicion of something.
Mm-hmm. Or someone told you something.
Yeah. But mostly you got to communicate. If you do hear something, communicate with your partner and be like, if you do have that lack of trust, be like, I don't trust you. I'm sorry. I need to know this. Can I look at your phone? And they're like, no, don't look at my phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty big red flag.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, this one's good. They can't manage their jealousy.
I was pretty bad at that at the beginning.
Really? I didn't think you were ever jealous.
I was always jealous.
What? I wouldn't have said that.
It's okay. I'm not jealous anymore.
I would have never said that.
I'm not jealous anymore, but
really?
People can change.
But I guess I was on the internet spotlight too.
You were in the public eye.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, okay.
So it says jealousy itself is not a red flag. I mean, it's obviously a normal feeling that humans have, but rather how someone manages their jealousy can be a major warning sign. She notes that culture tends to treat jealousy as a feeling that can be fixed by, you guessed it, the other person. This mistaken belief can lead to all kinds of boundary crossing behaviors, such as a partner who checks your phone to see who you're texting, or who tries to make rules about who you can and can't see.
Yeah.
All these responses are screaming, fix this bad feeling for me, babe. Heal thyself. So, yeah, they're saying, like, say you were jealous of one of my friends and you told me I can't hang out with them anymore.
I see.
And so you are now controlling me. So controlling as a
That's
behavior.
a red flag right there.
Yeah. What I can wear and what I can't wear.
Yeah, why don't we start out with those? Like, those are so obvious and like easy.
Yeah.
Should have done that.
If your partner is controlling.
Say bye-bye.
Yeah.
Checking up on you constantly. I don't agree with that one. I want to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah, but there is a fine line of like, I just told you I'm at work.
Yeah.
Or I just told you I just got to the grocery store.
I guess I can't see how that's because like we check up on each other, but not crazy amount.
Yeah. Not like, hey, what are you doing? Who are you with? What are you doing tonight?
Yeah.
Who are you going to be with?
What
tonight?
time are you going to leave or something?
Yeah.
Like back and forth, the constant texter.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's okay also to check up on your partner if you're worried.
Yeah. Ooh, justifying their bad behavior. Long-term relationship red flags can also be associated with your reaction to your partner's behavior. You need to watch out if you find yourself justifying their inexcusable behavior. Your devotion towards another person should make you ignore your safety and well-being.
So, what does that mean? Like justifying?
So, like if they
cheat on.
Yeah. Like let's say that they
cheat on you and they justified it saying, well, my past.
Yeah, blame it on their past. Like they can't admit what they did was wrong.
Yeah.
Ever. Like sometimes you mess up and you gotta be like, yeah, I did that. You gotta own it.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I would want to own it.
Yeah.
If I did cheat on you.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. I don't have any more on my whatever it's called. I'm trying to think of like some that like would be like a mega like no for me. That's a no for me, dog.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog. That was
American Idol.
Yeah. Oh, what was his name?
Oh,
I don't want to look it up. Yeah, I do.
What is his name? For some reason, all I can think of is Snoop Dogg, and it's definitely not Snoop Dogg.
American Idol season 1.
Oh, what is his name, bro?
Cast. As soon as I see it, you want the initials?
Yeah.
R. J.
Randy Jackson. Yeah. I was like, what? Randy Jackson. That's hilarious. People are probably screaming at this.
Randy Jackson.
Randy Jackson.
We used to have the American Idol video game. And like it came with a microphone and everything is kind of like Rock Band. Mm-hmm. And it was on the PlayStation 2 and all the graphics were so bad. And it was Randy Jackson was on there. I remember it.
That's funny. That reminds me of the iCarly episode of where the teacher they go into her room or her house.
Oh yeah,
and
she loves Randy Jackson.
That's so random. Who literally was like, let's make Randy
like
Jackson.
What could be so funny? Yeah, they like walk into her house and there's like there's like posters of somebody everywhere. Who could it be? Who could it be? Randy Jackson.
Like, I wonder. I want to
see the thought process.
We need to look that up and say, why did they choose Randy Jackson to be the teacher's like idol, the person that she like fangirled over?
Would have been awesome if they got Randy Jackson
on
the show.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah, I forgot about that. There was something else about Randy Jackson that I thought of that I was like, oh yeah. I don't remember though.
We forgot to say last podcast episode that we filmed, it was late.
Oh yeah. I think we mentioned it was like 9 o'clock or 9:30.
So dark. And in this office, it is scary.
Yeah. We have never been here this late.
And we didn't want to like grab any of the equipment because we were like, we'll just come back tomorrow. Because we did not want to come back in here.
Well, Steven, if y'all watched the podcast at the ending, he freaked me out because he was looking behind me like he saw a ghost or something. And I was like, what? And you were like, oh, I thought I heard something. Or I think it's like a bird or something was outside.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, like I thought you saw someone. Well, then when we opened up that door, the office was pitch black, and we got the heck out of here. Oh, that was what it was. I had my flashlight on as we were walking out, and Steven's silhouette was behind
reflecting
me.
off of the window.
Yeah, so like the door to the garage.
So it looked like there was a person in here.
Yeah, it was terrifying because the door has a window. And the reflection was of Steven, and I just saw a person silhouette, and I was like, Steven, we gotta go.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, it was so scary. We literally left the camera and everything.
We'll come back tomorrow.
That's so funny.
I'm trying to think of anything else.
Let us know down below what your red flags are.
Sorry that I'm not good at this. I can't think. I really want to get better. I want to broaden my vocabulary, and I want to get better at speaking without saying and I want to be able to form a sentence and it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I see where you were going with that example. But
my example was not really that good.
Well, I didn't see where you were going the whole time. I was looking at you. I was like, what is he talking about?
I could tell.
Like, I was like,
and I got even more nervous. You're like Abuela from Encanto.
Yeah.
I was just trying to
impress me.
Trying to impress my Abuela.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen Encanto, that is honestly the best Disney movie I've ever seen.
I really enjoyed it.
I've cried 3 out of the 4 times of watching it.
Yeah. It's such a good, you have to listen.
I was just about to say
the songs.
You can't just this is so cute.
This is such an upbeat song. You have to listen
to the lyrics and kind of relate yourself to try to relate yourself to every one of those characters, even if you can't. Just try and be like, how am I that person?
Or you'll start thinking of oh, that's how so-and-so feels.
Yeah.
Because definitely have to actually pay attention to what's going on in the movie. It's not just about the colorful stuff.
Yeah.
My favorite song in there is the one
by Louisa?
No.
Or the Isabella?
Yeah, Isabella. Let me see.
It's a good movie whenever I have watched it 4 times.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, what else can I do? It's such a cute idea, and I just freaking love it. It's definitely one of my favorite.
But please just go watch it and actually listen to it. Mm-hmm. Turn on the subtitles. That helps me so much. And as I read it, I'm like, whoa, this hits home.
This song, y'all have definitely heard it.
Just read it. Something new. And it's mine. Hey, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in.
Yeah, no, that one is definitely my favorite part.
But
I also like Louisa's too. I feel like that one, a lot of people can relate to Louisa.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people can relate to Abuela. I feel like a lot of people can relate to everyone. It's a really good movie.
You guys should watch it with subtitles on and actually pay attention to it.
Yeah.
For reals.
Bro, the ending.
That's where I cried.
That gets me every single time, bro.
So cute.
I was like, are you serious? Stop. Literally stop it.
That part has made me cry almost every time.
Yeah. I know we're so late talking about this. That movie's been out forever, but
we've watched it.
If you have not seen it, it is so worth to get Disney Plus, the free trial, just to watch that.
Absolutely.
Hands down. It's a good movie.
I'm trying to think of any more. There's not really what I am happy about is Disney movies are starting to make movies with, actually, I don't know. I kind of take that back because whenever I was young, I would watch Disney movies, but I really didn't. I just watched it because it was a kid movie. But sometimes they have really good meanings in there. And so I want to rewatch them. I feel like
the recent ones have gotten even more meaningful though.
Yes, they realize that the storyline, parents are going to watch these too.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think they've gotten more.
We watched Frozen the other day, and whenever I first saw that, I didn't realize that there was a meaning in it. And then there was a meaning in it. It was be who you are. Like,
Yeah.
for reals, yo.
Yeah. My mom had never seen Frozen. I'm outing my mom right now. So we watched it with her the other day. And now we need to watch Frozen 2 with her.
Yeah.
But we had already seen Frozen.
Frozen 2 is not that good in my opinion. But
It's
also,
not as, yeah.
there might be a hidden meaning, but I'm also not sure. I can't remember. What is your favorite Disney movie?
Yes. And why?
Yeah.
And tell us some red flags that it's just like, that's a no-go.
Guys, I really am trying to work on, like, talking.
You're fine, babe.
So paranoid, Madeline, that I'm not good at this. I'm trying really hard,
It
man.
makes it funny, though. I just realized, look how I'm sitting.
That's really good for your back.
Sorry, guys. I didn't even
I'm
realize.
also hunched over, like, I felt my chest pop.
Really? I need to go take a shower. Ever since you were talking about your hair, I was like, oh, my hair is really bad.
Dude, my freaking hairdresser calling me out for... She's
What
like,
product?
What products are you using? She said it nonchalantly.
That's funny. All right. Well, we're going to go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
We have some exciting things coming out within
maybe
the
our
next week.
Is it next podcast?
Yeah. Be ready for next podcast.
Are we sure it's next podcast? Like,
yep.
110%?
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned. This is going to be the craziest episode we're dropping.
Yeah.
Mic drop. Bam.
Yeah, we're excited.
Literally going to drop my mic.
Yep.
Literally. The craziest episode, like, in the entire world of any podcast ever.
Yeah.
Like, this is the craziest podcast. It's better than Joe Rogan's.
Okay. Well, we're going to go. So.
I'm tired now. I'm ready to... Guess what time it is?
6:30.
2.
6:32?
Yes.
Dang, I actually guessed. I had not looked at the time.
Dude, I thought it was like 8 o'clock.
Are you serious?
I'm being dead serious.
Oh my gosh, are we going to do DoorDash?
I got to go to my parents' house.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, we're going to go. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
Literally.
Again, make sure to come back for next week's episode. You
It's
will
gonna be
not
awesome.
want to miss that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I apologize again for my stupidity. I'm not stupid, but
No, you're not, babe.
thanks.
You're not.
Thank you.
You're just funny.
Yeah, I'm a funny man. I'm a funny man. I need to start thinking before I talk. That's what I need to do. I just have all these crazy ideas and then they like fall apart.
ADHD.
They fall apart halfway through my
Yeah. My ADHD. That's what does it.
That's my toxic trait, is saying that I have ADHD when I was never diagnosed with it.
Yeah. You probably do have it, babe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me. If somebody's a doctor, tell me. You think doctors are listening to our podcast?
Yeah, probably not. They probably have better things to do.
Like, dude, what are these kids doing? Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Go check out our YouTube channel. Go check out our Bonfire store. Got some merch on there. Go check out our P.O. box. We got a P.O. box if you guys want to send us a letter. Only thing that we're getting in the mail right now is somebody else's mail for a ticket that they haven't paid yet. So
yeah, we don't know what to do about that.
So that's the only thing. That's our only fan mail in our P.O. box. So if you guys want to be the first to send us something to our P.O. box, go ahead and send us just a letter. Anything. All right. I hope you guys are having a great day or night, or whenever you're listening to this or watching this. Always remember to be kind, and we hope to see you guys in our next episode. Bye, guys.